Welcome back, guys. Today, KastKing. Pretty nice looking reel. This is my replacement after throwing my other one in the lake the other day. So, pretty nice setup. Also, along with that, I wound up getting a Lamiglas X11. Very nice setup. So, just a quick review on this reel. Let's take a nice close-up shot on this thing, kind of show you some of the features it's got. Okay, so one of the first things, this has got some real nice big handles on it. I've seen a lot of these where they're just little tiny dinky things, and this is nice, big, easy to grip, real comfortable. I like it. Real nice drag setting. And of course, your standard dials for your anti-backlash and all that. One of the things I like about this is it has your other anti-backlash settings in here. There's 4 of them. You can click them in, click them out, and that assists with the drag. Not necessarily the drag, but when you cast out just before that lure hits the water, this thing's still spinning like a top, and these here really help slow that down so you don't wind up with your bird's nest that we're all so used to. So excellent reel. I had never heard of the KastKing brand before, but I found it on Amazon. The reviews on Amazon were pretty good, but it's a cheap reel. It's like 50 bucks. So I was a little bit skeptical, but I thought, if it's a bad reel, it's only 50 bucks. I could send it back. And come to find out, it's actually a very, very nice reel. I paired that up with this real nice Lamiglas X11. This one is 8'6", designed for 10 to 20 pound line and a 1/4 ounce weight, which is pretty typical for what I fish for in lakes. So it was kind of a perfect pair. So that's I'll try to tag on a couple videos of me actually out on the water using this thing. I don't have a whole lot of experience with bait casters. The experience I do have is they're tricky to use until you really get the feel for them and get all your settings set up just right. This one was pretty simple to set up, and they're all kind of the same. Tighten this one up, back your magnetic all the way off to 0. Make sure that you have all of these in the on position. And then what I did was you just click that, let the lure just adjust this here until the lure just starts to slowly fall. I lock it. I ran this up to number 4, your magnetic, and I gave it a cast. And what I found on this particular one was I had to run this down to about 7 to 8 before it would start or stop my bird's nest from, it would just start to come a little bit loose in here. It wasn't too bad, but either way, that's where I wound up with my setting. So now I could tighten this up just a little bit, loosen this up just a little bit. There's all kinds of different things you can do, but regardless, that's the way I did it. So anyways, great product from KastKing. Very happy with it. Real smooth, lightweight, very comfortable. Your thumb it's just perfect. So it's worth the 50 bucks or whatever they are right now on Amazon. So and Lamiglas, you can't go wrong with Lamiglas. So anyways, I hope that helps, and we'll see if we can get some fishing videos here in the future. Let's go over just a real quick setup of this. So I hope everybody can see the lure at the end okay. So first thing I want to do is I tighten this up just a little bit. So when I release it, that lure doesn't move. Now I just slowly back it off. There you go. Till the lure just moves a little bit, just like that. Notice when the lure hits the table, I don't get a bird's nest here. Now, if I back that up too much, lure drops too fast, I start to get a bird's nest right here. So you don't want them to drop very fast. Just nice and slow, even, steady, just like that. So, now that you've got that down, the next thing you'll want to do is your anti-backlash. Now you always start off with this thing on 0. So what I do is I run this up to about 4 to 5, right in here, and I cast it. Of course, you always want to keep your thumb on that line. Now if I start to get just a little bit of a bird's nest going, starts to loosen up that line a little bit, just take this here, just give it a twist. Run it up to 7, 8, 9. Like I said, mine seems to be a little higher is where it likes it. So also, with that being said, I always start off with the adjustment with those on every time. Now if you want this thing to free spool just a little bit more, cast a little bit farther, you can take this off and just click those things off, and that will allow you to go a little bit further. So anyways, that's basically how I set this up. Pretty simple, and it works every time.